Right, welcome back to Newbie Farm, the 24-day seasons event. Now I made one or two changes to the equipment I've got here at the moment, mainly because more realistic has been put into operation for the Massey pack. So I decided to go on to full realistic. Now one or two other things have been changed. And you look over there, the trailer I was using is gone. We'll just get out and... Oh, actually, before I do that, I really ought to just put this into neutral and put the brake on. Right, we have now got the smaller Massey trailer. The one I had, the super duper one, I got rid of that because it's not more realistic. I've got a whole lot of stuff that isn't. We'll have to see how it works as we go on. I also moved swapped the forage wagon over for an in-game one for the same reasons. We've got this Euro Boss, which we've all seen, but that's more realistic. That's been done. So we'll see how we get on. So first thing I need to do is actually put the hook up to this Euro Boss on here and see how everything works. Now we're going to pick the there's grass out there at the moment, and we need to etch the tether that. So we better go and get the tether first. Now I'm not certain how the tether's going to react. In fact, I've got to find it. Ah, there it is. If it doesn't work, I shall do as I did for those. I cheated the stuff in, so I just did a straight swap. I haven't actually changed my overall money. Yes, it is cheating, but all in a good cause. This certainly is not more realistic, which we're going to hook up to. But we'll see how it pulls. It may pull okay. It's not recommended that you use more realistic and more realistic stuff together. But have you ever known me to take any notes of what people tell me? Let's just put this up. Now one of the things I will have to do is drive a damn sight slower, because it's very easy to tip things over. I really must increase the dead zones on that joystick again. They seem to have dropped going, but I can hear it. I can hear the hydraulics running all the time. I think all we really do today is just get this field tethered. Then it's going to have to be raked, because one of the things that more realistic does is it actually spreads the stuff out afterwards. We must probably be picking this up on the next game day. Then I'm going to do field 4, I think it is. We will have a go at making that into silage. We're having a load of silage right now. I want to see what we're doing here. That should be on. That should... Oh, it's no up down, it's just on off. Now find... Oh, I'm not right there. We'll try this anyway. Well, it seems to be pulling alright. I haven't bothered head tracking. I've been having a few problems, and I think it's due to sound drivers. Oh, no, we're not there. Ah, there, we might have hit our problem. Let's have a look. Turn off tether. Now, for some reason, that has decided doesn't want to work on there. So I think we will be doing as I said. We will be I don't unfold on this thing. No. No, that's not working. Right. In that case, on to plan 2. Turn to the shop, book this in, and we'll get the cheapest tether we can put on. Just a matter of interest. Let's see what the cheapest tether is. I haven't tested any of this. Hey, you're testing it with me. Yeah. No, isn't that unusual? I'm not certain about these seeders, so they may not work. This certainly isn't working now, so that will have to go. Just want to check what the... Well, it's not the 68 horse, that's the bigger one. It's got the biggest engine, and I think it's a 90... Whoops. I think it's 95 or 98 horse. As you can see, look, down here now, this little lot is MR. Let's just check what it is. Oh, it's 80 horse. Oh, I think they actually cut the horsepower down too, which could be fun. What's this one? This is the... I think we might have a few problems with some of this. Well, what's this one now? Is this... Yeah, they have cut the horsepower down quite a bit. Right, so let's see about tethers. No, time is going on, so we're not going to get this done much today. What is the... Oh, we can afford this. We will... Well, we can't afford it, but we will buy this. So I'm going to... Close your eyes, was I just cheap for a minute? I want... No, I sell this one off first. Take this one down and sell this off first. Just check it again. I don't think we tethered this. Doesn't look like it. This looks straight cut. And it certainly is not. Try right slow. No. Right, that's it. Oh, it's great demands. Oh, please, Giants, do it so it doesn't just stop everything. Flash it on the screen by all means, but don't just stop you. Right, we're already at 5 o'clock, so we're not going to get much of this done today. And I've got an Alice hovering about. And as I was saying, with this you have to be very careful because you can easily turn these things over. Now they will fall over on the side of your corner too quickly. In a straight line are not too bad, but once you hit a corner, be aware. That's if anybody else is thinking of going more realistic. No, I enjoy playing with the more realistic stuff. It adds to the game yet again. The only thing that hasn't been done at the Massey Pack is the chisel plough, which is a pity. That's just the one I use. But if that won't work properly, I will just swap it over with the other Massey plough. Right, to take that off, sell it. Oh. Back on here, get this out of the way. And we should have sound effects on the brakes again. Yeah, we have. This is the latest, at the time of recording, this was the latest gearbox update, which we now got sound effects on. At least I think that's gearbox that does it. Where's this? Oh, cell punch inside, isn't it? I've also been playing around with the Newbie farm for 19. Yes, you heard right, 19. Looks like we're not. We're going to have to sell that direct, because it doesn't want to know. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to make a note of how much. 2802. 2802. Remember that. Shout it to me when I've done this. I'll find a tether. Tether. Sell. And we want 1100. Oh, I'm going to cheat myself in enough money. I'll ignore the next bit. This didn't happen. That should be far out anyway by the time we've done this. So we now buy this one. Select buy. Yes. Now hopefully this will now work. I don't. I've got a wasted thing. Oh, it's not too bad. We're actually 300 less than we had, but or 250 less than we had. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's only money after all. Which way we got coming to this side? If it doesn't work, if the experiment using more realistic doesn't work, I'll just go back. I'll just revert it back. I haven't lost anything. Just a little bit of time. I reckon I'll overrun this. No, I've done it. I hope I don't need to wait on the front there. I don't really fancy going right the way back to the farm at the moment. We'll soon find out. It does alter things a hell of a lot, having more realistic on. In fact, if we come out of cab, you should see suspension, everything working, especially although this is quite smooth, which it would be. Yeah, you can't really see on here, and I'm not going to go off road. And what I don't want to do is turn it over. I've turned several over using more realistic. Bio trailers are a pain, especially if you've got one absolutely full. You know, especially if you put one extra layer up of what it should have, it can be a real pain. Just drop down one here. Now we hope this works. If not, I'm going to have to think again. Because as you know, I'm using the seasons, and the seasons doesn't like grass. Which is one of the reasons for swapping this over, or heading this now, so we can actually get down this. And we're going to put the hay in the hay store. Right. Let's not worry too much about where we're going to start. There will do. I think we should be alright on this one. We just unfold. Start it up. Drop it. Yes, that's working. Let's get back so I can see where I'm going. That's working. This is where I should have had head tracking on. It's been a lot easier. But that's how I thought it was going to be used in the other one. I didn't bother to set it up. I reckon this is about as... Yeah, 8 is about as far as you go, and this is about the right range for this. Which would probably means that the rake won't work either. So we will probably have to do the same with the rake. And I think if we do, we might be down to the very small single rotor rake. But we'll get as much of this done as we can. Yes, I was saying, I've got a copy of Newbie for FS19 by Cavalier Roy, and he's actually been making the Newbie farm since FS11. He makes a fresh one each time, puts in what he's learned and what extras have been added to this stuff, and all he's hoping is there's no big changes from 15 to 17 on how you do a map, because we've already been told it's going to be the same engine, so hopefully there'll be no big differences, and that should be out fairly quickly after FS19 launches. I have been keeping quite quiet about it because I didn't know whether Roy wanted to put about us yet, but as he did the live stream the weekend with my good friend Bipolar Prophet, I think it's safe to let the cat in the bag and say Newbie for 19 is on its way. No, the Newbie farm is deliberately difficult. It's meant to be hard, and I'm not certain what he's changed on since the copy I got, if he's changing much, but all the fields are just grass fields except for the three, I think there's 2 or 3 you start with. They're the only ones that aren't grass, so you have to plough anyway, plough or cultivate, because I think it's just ordinary crop grass, not scenic grass. Oh, this ain't going too bad. We're probably better using this anyway. This is still small equipment, which is what I'm going for on this farm. But you're already seeing, I think, getting back to the more realistic thing, I think the standard non-more realistic for this tractor is 95 horses the maximum, which is what I had on this, an 88 for the 200C, the Caterpillar version. And we missed all this out here. I think we better try and get this. I'm going to come out of the cab for a few minutes just to try see everything working. I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe the guy who actually converted this hasn't done one before. This is his first conversion, and more power to him. He's done well. It's a hell of a pack to approach to do. As you all know, if you've seen the Massey pack, the Black Sheep Modern Massey pack, it's a ginormous pack. Almost everything you need for a farm. We've seen what I'm using here. Very little outside of it. I'm using a combine, which isn't part of the pack, but that's because I thought that bison looked more the part than the actual Massey did for this particular farm. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're not too bad. Oh. Now you will notice one thing what more realistic does, which actually in game should do as well, but it doesn't. It spreads the grass out when you're tethering. I'm going to go backwards and forwards a bit now. I'm going to have a hell of a lot there to do. You can just, if you're lucky, just about catch 2, but only just. Yes, I may well, if I put in some maize. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this map, to be honest. But this 24-hour event I'm enjoying, but there's another map I want to bring in once it's released, and that's Willow Farm by Cavalier Roy. I have a whip of it at the moment, work in progress copy of it at the moment, which Darren was kind enough to let me have, and I've been playing that quite a bit, and I'm enjoying it. It's not my normal style. It's a big map, it's big equipment. I'm just going to go over this because I want to just do this corner I missed. It wants fairly big equipment, especially as I'm also playing on more realistic, and the hills he's put in there are killing the stuff. I'm using, I think that was a plough, which only wanted about 100 brake horse. I'm using a 500 horse tractor. It's the only way I can get it up the hill. No, because if I was doing it properly, if those farmers doing it properly, I wouldn't go for a bigger one. I'd actually plough down the hill and then take the whole lot back up again. It takes longer, but that's what you would do. And that's what I really should have thought about doing. I think we've got all this end bits done. How are we like now? We're 20 minutes in. I don't think we'll quite get this done. I will most probably another one I finish off camera. So then next time will be the next day, and once we looked after the animals first thing, if they need looking after, the point. Yeah, I need to go and sort the eggs out too. I missed the whole bit there. This is nice and relaxed. I should really lift that when I'm turning. Someone will be shouting at me. I'll never use that. I will warn you now. I'll never use that little single rotor brake. So, well, I used it once, but I never really had a proper go at it. So anything could happen when I come to that. Then we start going up and down. I'm not going to put GPS in. I think I'm just going to do this a single row. It's just too far apart to catch nicely. I missed a bit there, but there's a pity there that the PTO take off on the mower, because it'd be perfect to mow it and run it with the tether behind. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I just meant to lift that up. So I'm only using the two-wheel drive Massey as well, which doesn't help in trying to get things done in a hurry. Well, it's no good me trying to get both of them in. It's just not quite wide enough, but I don't think I could even run the next tether up. I'm just hoping I can run everything we've got there now. Time will tell. Right. I'm going to go up and down like this, miss out every other row. I'm still going to be using the small equipment. Now, in fact, I've gone more realistic on it. Won't stop that. I enjoy using small equipment. As Darren said, he didn't think the map would suit me because that's not my normal style. Well, I do play with big equipment, but not often on screen. Playing with some fairly large stuff on some African articles. May not be quite up to what I need for Willow Farm, but I've already got an idea for a series on it, and it will be a let's play rather than a actual story driven. I'm running out of stories, and my wife wishes that was true. It's starting to get dark. Let's put some lights on. There's not much, there's no work lights on the Masseys, of course. They just come back to the calves. I'm just following that. They are just driving lights. I could have automated this, but and got Jack doing it. But I dread to think what I'd be wearing. Oh yes, I was also talking about Newbie 19. It's very similar to this, but there's one or two major changes. One of them is the pig farm's been moved. You remember the medal I sold on this one? Well, the pig farm's been moved down there. Roy watched And he must have thought that was quite a good idea to mow it, because I think he saw why I'd done it, because it was just too far away from the main farm. That well, especially for the equipment I was using, it changed what would have been a day's work to 2 or 3 days work, which is quite realistic, but not what I was looking for at the time, especially on this one where I'm running at fairly high game speed anyway. Where the pigs were is now a lovely big flat area you can put placeables down, and I put fermenting silo, solid silo down there, food mixer for the cattle, and and a hay store. I don't know if I shoot this out straight, can I get both of these? We'll find out. I bet I've missed both of them. Oh. No, I think I've got one of them anyway. Right, it looks like we're going to be working it tonight. Remember, I'm using more the darkness mod on here, so it's going to get dark. Very dark, too dark to actually work, especially with the massy lights. The lights on the masses are not brilliant, which I think I may have mentioned before. I'll just come along here, clear this bit up. I don't know, I've got most of these here, but this one we haven't got. Not going to worry if I don't get them all. It's not the end of the world. I need to take a thumbnail too, but I don't really want to waste the time. No, don't. I might have to do that as we get to the end. Might be too dark, then I'll have to do it now. Yeah, I'm muttering to myself again. You get used to that. Anybody new to the channel will soon get used to the fact I'm always muttering to myself. Oh, and all the hedges are collidable on 19. I like collidable hedges personally. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I happen to like them. I'm an idiot like that. Anything like that amuses me, especially when I get myself stuck, which I do often. Again, anybody who's been watched this channel for any length of time will know. I think how we're going to do is, because I'm running out of light, I think we will have to finish about here. I'll just take a screenshot. I can't actually see which ones I've done anymore. Yeah, looks like we've done all of this end. As you can see, the headlamps are not a lot of help. Oh, is that one here? No, I must have got most of this. I'm missing the fact I haven't got any of the HUD up. Now, Mark DuPont will be proud of me running for a short, just a short while with a HUD. He never runs with a HUD. He's an idiot, but he never runs with a HUD. Right, what I'm going to do... don't tell him I said that. What I'm going to do is... that will do. Get back in and get some HUDs up so I can see what the blue blazes I'm doing. I would probably run more without, but I like having my little comfort blankets. I think this has now got too dark, so I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of whatever it is I do, and I found one here I can catch on to, we turn up there, we should catch it. And it is a case with the Darker Night mod, you cannot see a flaming thing. Let's come out of cab, see if we can see it out of cab. Ah, we turn too far. Yeah. Yes, if you're not a subscriber, how about subscribing? Just, you know, give me a bit of love and attention now. This is my main hobby, by the way. I don't motorise. I am not affected at all by the changes to YouTube. Makes no difference to me at all. I feel sorry for those that does affect. So, to quote Macmillan, one of the Prime Ministers of Britain a few years ago, or was it? No, it's Harold Wilson. I'm alright, Jack. Yeah. Or Macmillan says you never had it so good. Not that either of those matter. Oh, there's another one here. Alright, yes, yeah, we've done the subscribe bit. Any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post in the comments section under this video. I read everyone, I try and reply to everyone. And with that, with the gathering gloom here, it's Bearman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.